Hello everyone! I hope you had a wonderful winter break and are ready for our first story time of 2022! And we are going to read about Jillian Jiggs and the Great Big Snow. Jillian Jiggs and the Great Big Snow by Phoebe Gilman. Silently, silently, all through the night, snowflakes had fallen, lacy and white. By morning the town shimmered brilliant and new, promising wonderful, wild things to do. Jillian Jiggs grabbed her toastiest clothes and pulled her wooliest socks up and over her toes, put on her sweater, her snow pants, and then looked for her hat. It was missing again. Jillian, say it's not true. How do you lose all the things that you do? You'd lose your head if it wasn't attached, and where would I find you another that matched? My hat isn't lost, it just hasn't been found. Look, my scarf's long, I can wrap it around. Jillian's mom is so funny. She says, Jillian, if you lost your head, how would I find you another head that looks exactly the same? That is a silly joke. And Jillian is silly too, using her scarf as a hat since she's lost her hat. No, said her mother. Now go find your hat. The weather's too cold to go outside like that. Jillian searched every room, everywhere. It had vanished, gone poof, disappeared in thin air. She needed a hat and she needed it fast. There was no time to waste, 'cause the snow might not last. She opened her toy chest and pulled out some things. A dragon, a mask, and 2 butterfly wings. Some boxes, a wand, and a Martian hat too. I can't find that hat! But another hat might do. What do you think, Mom? Is this hat okay? Mom, did you hear me? Can I go out and play? Her mother stood up, took a deep breath, and said, as long as it's warm and it stays on your head. Are you ready, Rebecca? Come on now, let's go! Hop on this sled and we'll play in the snow. Her friends took one look at the hat on her head. It's different, said Rachel. It's weird, Peter said. My old hat is missing. I looked everywhere. It vanished, went poof, disappeared in thin air. When I couldn't find it, I took this instead. So now I'm a Martian kid, Jillian said. Jillian is so funny! I love that alien hat. It looks like she used a pair of old earmuffs to make that alien hat. It's really cool. This means we're on Mars, and the Martians, oh no! The Martians are all stuck underneath of this snow. We'll save them, said Peter. We're smart and we're tough. Come on, let's get going. Start digging this stuff. Little by little, they shoveled it clear, and an alien landscape began to appear. It had long, snaking roads and odd-looking hills, and monsters to give you the shivers and chills. One kind of creature had eyes on his snout, and all that you saw was the snout sticking out of the door of his house, which was really a cave. No one explored there, unless they were brave. Peter made one that had spikes on its tail, and Rachel's resembled a 2-headed snail. My Martian's name is Thingamabob. He's small, said Rebecca, and shaped like a blob. When these are finished, they'll be Martian pigs. I like pigs, they're friendly, said Jillian Jiggs. Jillian, look, it's gone. Where is the warm, woolly scarf you had on? Oh my goodness! The kids have been making some amazing snow sculptures, but now Jillian lost her scarf. Are you kidding? What will her mom say now? They searched every hill, every cave, everywhere. It had vanished, gone poof, disappeared in thin air. I'm in big trouble when our mom finds out. She'll fall down and faint, and then she'll wake up and shout, Jillian, say it's not true. How do you lose all the things that you do? Are you going to stand around moping all day? Come on now, said Rachel. We're here to play. You're right. Gone is gone, said Jillian Jiggs. I'm here on Mars, and I'm making snow pigs. This nose needs improving. It has to be flat. She poked in Pig's nostrils. It's perfect like that. Except for one detail, said Jillian Jiggs. And they lifted Rebecca, who added the twigs. Well, the kids have given up looking for the scarf, and they're deciding to have fun playing in the snow instead. That might be fun now, but I'm not sure what Jillian's mom is going to think when she gets home later. Jillian, look! They're gone! Where are the mittens you used to have on? You're in big trouble when our mom finds out. She'll fall down and faint, and then she'll wake up and shout. Jillian, say it's not true! How do you lose all the things that you do? They searched every cave, every hill, everywhere. The mittens had gone, disappeared in thin air. Face it, said Rachel. It's not the first time. Your things just get lost. Don't stand there and whine. Jillian smiled and blew her a kiss. My sleeves are long. I'll wear them like this. I'm ready, said Peter, to try something new. I've thought of another neat thing we can do. We're here on Mars where the hills are so high. I bet if we try them, our space sleds will fly. What? How in the world did Jillian lose her mittens now? You can't stay outside in the snow with no hat and no scarf and no mittens. She is going to freeze. But now, they've decided they're going to go sledding instead of look for her mittens. Peter was right! They zoomed down so fast. All Mars was a blur as they hurtled past. Swooping and looping, they dove and they dipped, not even stopping when they flopped or flipped. It was then that her hat disappeared off her head. Oh no, not again, poor Jillian said. You're in big trouble when your mom finds out. She'll fall down and faint, and then she'll wake up and shout. Jillian, say it's not true! How do you lose all the things that you do? They climbed up the hill and they searched with great care. They shook every bush, but the hat wasn't there. At last they gave up. They admitted defeat. Besides, they were hungry. They needed to eat. Jillian worried. My mom will be mad. How does it happen? I'm not really bad. Peter leaned over, whispering low. If she doesn't see you, then she'll never know. I'll tiptoe like this, like a small, quiet mouse. She won't see a thing. I'll just sneak in the house. She opened the door without making a noise. She tiptoed inside and then tripped on her toys. Don't you think being honest with her mom might have been a little bit better? Oh, Jillian. Her mother came running. What happened? She said. And that's when she noticed her daughter's bare head. Jillian, say it's not true. You've lost your scarf, hat, and both mittens too. What was it this time? Where did they go? They're somewhere on Mars, and they're buried in snow. The end. Jillian is so silly, but she is a lot of fun, and I really like all of the cool things she imagined while she was playing in the snow. Let's go look at our cool craft that's based off of Jillian and all of the fun things she did in the snow. Today, we are going to be making watercolors, and we will need our week 1 storytime bundle, our blue paint in our container of salt, a paintbrush, some water, crayons, and we'll also need a little bit of our glue. Don't throw out your tag because we will need that for later, and it has another one of those cool spinny things on it. And here are some kids having tons of fun playing in the snow on your coloring sheets. You've also got a blank piece of cardstock and then the outline of a person on another piece of cardstock. But we are going to start with our blank piece today. First, we are going to make our watercolor blue paint. And to do this, we're going to add a little bit of water to our blue paint container and then stir it around a bit. If you like, you could put this in a different container, but I didn't want to dirty any more dishes, so I just did it in my little paint container. Once your paint is all watery and drippy, it's time to cover your whole sheet of paper. Watercolor is a very fun way to paint. It's a little bit messy, but it looks so pretty. Once your whole piece of paper is covered, while the paint is still wet, you're going to take your salt and sprinkle it all over your paint. This changes your watercolor texture into something that looks more like snow. It almost looks like when you're looking up at the sky and everything is all snowy. It's a lot of fun to watch the paint reacting with the salt. Once you're finished, leave that piece of paper to dry and we are going to color in our person. You can see the arm and the body aren't attached yet, but we are going to color everything separately and then cut it out and attach them together using our little spinny thing that was attached to our week 1 tag. I love these little spinners. They are making our craft time so much fun. You can see that there's a little dot on your arm and a little dot on your person's body, and that is where you're going to poke your spinny tab through. Now, after your arm is attached to your person, you're going to take that little scrap piece of week 1 paper that we were talking about, and we are going to cut some snowballs for your person. I cut out about 4 snowballs from my week 1 tag. Now we'll have to use a little bit of patience because we need to wait for our watercolor page to dry. But once it's dry, put a little bit of glue on the back of your person and glue them right onto your snowy blue page. Then take that arm and poke it right through, all the way through the back of your picture, and then open up the clip so that it doesn't fall out. Now your person has a moving arm to throw their snowballs. I glued a snowball in my person's hand and then I added a couple more to my picture. And that's it! A really awesome snowball picture. This is our first storytime video of 2022 and I'd like to share some pictures of our friends doing crafts in December. You all were so busy and creative over this entire holiday, and I cannot wait to see everything that you create in this new year. I will see you all next week for another story time. Goodbye!